Hey, what is going on, everybody? I'm standing at Lumpini Park on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I just made another video, and I was telling people the MRT Blue Line Lumpini would stand to reason that is what you take to come to Lumpini Park, but that is the closest. And you know, I neglected to see what exit it was. I'm sure it's clearly marked Lumpini Park. That's the closest MRT entrance or exit to get into the park. So you still have to navigate this busy top of Wireless Road right at Rama 4. This is where Wireless Road starts. That is the new 5 towers of the One Bangkok Mall. There's an MRT station in the basement. There's that exit entrance, and there's one over here, and that is the one I mistakenly took a few times way back in the day, and I had to kind of navigate all this mess in crosswalks to get into Lumpini Park. Silom, S-I-L-O-M, Silom will take you 100 feet from the other side of Lumpini Park, or you can walk to it on the Green Mile. It's just that, I believe it's 1 kilometer from Bangkok Park in the Terminal 21 Asok area over here to Lumpini. I've mentioned it before. I'm seeing a sign that says leave your drones at home and leave your dogs at home unless they're certified guide dogs. Now, Bangkok has a dog park. You still have to keep them on a leash, but at least they're allowed. All the other parks I know of in central Bangkok say certified guide dogs only. And the sign says it's open from 4:30 until 10 o'clock at night. These parks are very active until 10 p.m. I kind of wish they were open until midnight, but the rules are the rules. There are clean restrooms, free everywhere, workout stations. But don't head over here at 9 or 10 in the morning. That is just very, very hot. Today just happens to be a nice, cool, windy day. But 6 p.m., that's the time to come explore these beautiful parks. There's some huge water features. There's a I don't know what it is, like a bicycle course. It's made out of some kind of cork material. Somebody told me it's more for kids. There's these little like hills you ride up and down. I thought it was kind of a workout thing. I was exploring Rama 4 in that other video, but there's just not a lot in this area. You can see Rama 4 over here, and it's mostly office buildings. That's an office building, some sporadic condos, but it's definitely more an office vibe than a residential area. Of course, if you work in one of these offices or the very busy Wireless Road and you're in diplomatic service, people still seem to live over in the, and I always pronounce it wrong, Swan area off of Plonchit Road, I believe, or is it Rama 1, in the Central World Mall area, right there on the Sukhumvit light green line. That's where you'll find all the condos and restaurants. You can live anywhere you want, and you're going to be quite comfortable in Bangkok, but it just makes your life a little easier to stay closer to that light green line. If for no other reason than you just have thousands of choices to eat and live, also meet friends. The old clock, it's been stuck on whatever that is, 327 forever. It happens to be about 427, but that's just a coincidence. Be careful with these monitor lizards. You'll see certain kind of dumb tourists trying to pet them or feed them, and yeah, these are wild little prehistoric creatures. They'll snap at you, I'd imagine. This is a really nice day. Yeah, just be careful walking up, because there might be a 4-foot monitor lizard sitting here, especially in the morning. I see people taking pictures over here, so one must be popping his head up, but just lining all the water. It's like a big clover leaf of water in the area. And they'll be everywhere in the morning anyhow. Yes, there must be one over here. I know they're native to Southeast Asia, but the population in the park here is been so bad that I hear they're relocating them to other parts of Thailand, and some of these are huge. I mean, I don't want to exaggerate, but with the body and tail, I've seen some 4 and 5 foot monitor lizards. And here's a couple hanging out. Somebody's feeding them bread. I probably wouldn't do that, but they're waiting to eat it. And there's a smaller one on the right over there, having a little bread. There's also signs as you enter the park that please do not feed the ravens. You also see signs around warning you to stay away from the monitor lizards, or it'll say avoid monitor lizard or get bite. Now, getting our boundaries, that pointy building way off in the distance is the Conrad Hotel at the Plonchit BTS. This area over here is Wireless Road. That is the one Bangkok Mall across the street, or tower complex. This whole huge area, I don't know the size. I'm gonna guess it's larger than Benja Kitty Park. It's a large park. And it goes all the way around. They do a nice job of free workout stations around the park. I know over by the Siloam BTS, I don't have the name memorized. It's something like, maybe we'll walk in that direction. It's something like the Lumpini exercise gym or center. I'm pretty sure it's a paid gym. I see a lap pool and these types of things, but there are plenty of opportunities around the park to use workout equipment. I think we have a monitor lizard over here. Now, like I say, if you want to come out and see them, you can watch my video. I was out here at, I think, 7 in the morning, and I probably showed 50 to 100 of them. Just looking down this bank, you would see 15 huge ones. And there's one section in the park way over here where these really, really large ones hang out. Maybe it's over here. You look down off a little bridge, and there's just 20 or 30 of them hanging out down there. It's something to see. But monitor lizards or not, this is just a nice green belt right in the middle of the city. I kind of don't like it when people make comments that I visited Bangkok and it's just a ugly concrete jungle and all. I couldn't disagree more. Well, I love the buildings and the architecture and the New York City vibe. I love all that, but I think Bangkok does an excellent job of setting aside green spaces right in the heart of the city. Can you imagine how valuable this real estate is right on Wireless Road? These condos back here right behind the US Embassy are some of the most expensive in all of Thailand, and yet you have this huge free park just set aside for the community. I'm not sure how much better a job a city could do, yet some people, refuse to see the beauty in life. I'm not positive. I believe they rent bicycles. This is not the huge bicycle area. There's a big loop you can take. And of course, there are cats in any park around the world. Unfortunately, people dump their cats off at parks, and keeps down on the pests, and I wouldn't doubt there's some good-hearted gardeners that look out for the different cats in the area. And here's a free Ironman gym, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming it's free. Maybe you're expected to leave a very small donation once in a while. I would guess that's not even needed. But it's always good to pay it forward a little if you can afford to do so. And I guess these are ravens. They're pretty active and noisy this time of day. Doesn't bother me a bit. It's just a part of the park. There's all kinds of pagodas and different donations. You'll see a gift from the Swiss government, or this artwork right here is the Italian-Thai friendship sculpture. And I'm not sure what it's called in Thai, but I'm very familiar with the bougainvillea I had in all my homes in California. I believe this is some type of bird sundial. There's also a pagoda area. I think it's over here to the right. I'm not sure. I don't normally come in from this side of the park. I'm trying to get my boundaries, but they'll do music in the park and plays and all kinds of things. Again, as I get a little older in life, I'm 58, but maybe when I was even in my 30s, just kind of hustling through life, it's like a park, who cares? But now I just kind of see the importance, especially in a city. Look, this guy just walked like inches from this guy, just hanging out. I don't know if I would just walk 1 foot away from him. You might startle him, but this is more what you'll see early in the morning. They're just everywhere hanging out, and yeah, you really don't want to accidentally step on that guy's tail, or he's gonna remind you he's there in a hurry. But what I was getting at is, now that I'm kind of slowing down in life a little, I see the importance of these parks to the community, and even folks that might be in a situation where there are 6, 8, 10 people in a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's nice to be able to get out here and have a sense of some space near your home, and it's all free. It doesn't matter if you're Thai, a visitor, a foreigner living here like me. Everybody's welcome. But it's just good to see the family and the kids come out and enjoy the park. What they don't have in any of these parks around Bangkok that I'm aware of are barbecues. That's not a real deal in here. And the California in me, I love a good barbecue. There's no barbecues near my pool, or it would not be acceptable to even put a small barbecue on my balcony. That'd cause a little trouble. This is the gazebo straight ahead. But it'd be nice to have some grills here in the park and get 10 or 15 of your buddies there and light it up. It looks like something's going on. I see equipment cases, so maybe they are. Yeah, I hear some music. I might have stumbled on to Sunday music in the park. And this was definitely a nice accident. I've seen it advertised. Somebody had asked me, how do I find out different events around town? It's all online. Time Out is a good one. I saw a couple of weeks ago, like the Beatles, Bangkok Beatles were playing here. I think they're still getting ready. Again, this is the golden hour. This is the time of day. Maybe they're kicking off at 5 o'clock. It says concert in the park, but you know, it appears to be more an orchestra. So maybe that's all those folks in the same type of clothes. Nice. Yeah, this is great. I see all kinds of folks in here, expats and local folks alike. The Royal Bangkok Symphony Orchestra. Lumpini Park concert number 32. Again, that is the great thing about Bangkok. You just go out for a walk and you're gonna run into something. I love these Sing, it's beer Sing, but these Sing sodas. No calories, no sugar. They taste great. I'm sure there's some kind of artificial sugar They're charging 20 baht. They're only 17 baht at a 7-Eleven, so no rip off there. Check out the rest of the park before the music starts. This is more the bike lane, I believe. It's yellow lane. I think it's loosely enforced. There are park rangers. This guy on the bicycle here. If you came, and I don't see one person trying to kind of skirt the rules, bringing their pet in here. But I think you would be politely told to move along. It's funny. I'm seeing a guy over here. I see this guy all over town. As large a town as Bangkok is, you just see the same people over and over at a lot of the same events. It's a very large, small town. And again, I think folks are feeding they're feeding the monitor lizards, which that's not cool, but it's no, they're feeding the fish. Okay, that's okay. You really don't want to be feeding those monitor lizards. That's why I've read they're getting so aggressive. They're okay, there's some big monitor lizards over there. They're just used to being fed by the tourists, and now they're running up to unsuspecting tourists trying to get a free meal. And I've been in the park dozens of times and I've never seen the little paddle boats out. It is high season. The Swan paddle boats, maybe that has something to do with it, or maybe they only do it on the weekends. I'm not sure. And I assume they're paddle boats. Maybe they're little electric boats. No, I see somebody paddling. And for a very non-exact planning purposes, it's 5:10. I'm gonna guess they're kicking off at 5:30, but I have no idea. That makes sense. The sun looks like it'll be set about 5:45. Well, this is the ideal park time. And I apologize, I'm kind of shooting into the setting sun. Those are definitely paddle boats. I see a lot of kayaks now out on the water. Fun times. It looks like there's a pretty long line of people waiting their turn. I don't know, they have some other boats dry docked here, but a long line of tourists, I assume. I see a lot of Chinese tourists there. It may be a tour. There are some folks that just ride around on buses from one tour to another. And I can't see the prices. There's a sign there that says free. So I'm not sure. My vision isn't that good. But you know what they say, if it's free, there's a line. Even maybe life preservers are free. But even if there is a cost, I'm sure it's very, very small. Again, this is more for the community, not so much a money grab. And I just asked two folks if it was free, and they said, yeah, I'm not sure. We're just, whatever, even if it's a small cost, we're going to do it. And I'm walking up from this direction again. I'm trying to not point directly into the sun. You'll catch the BTS tracks and the Silom train station. I'm going to stand by. That's the easiest way to come to Lumpini. But it's not impossible on the MRT. It's tough to run across wireless. And little kids having a great time out on the little paddle boat. I'm gonna walk down here to show you where this Silom station is, and you know what? I'm a dummy. I've said twice now that it's the Silom BTS. It's the Silom MRT. Again, my memory is not the greatest, so it is the underground MRT. If you're on the MRT, you would think you would get off at Lumpini. You want to stay on the Siloam MRT or stay on the MRT and get off at Siloam. Now, the reason I'm confused is it's the Siloam Saladang Junction. It's not quite as convenient as the Sukhumvit MRT and BTS junction, where the above ground train meets the subway, the MRT. It's quite a walk, but they are attached with a skywalk. So again, I apologize. I make these little mistakes every day. It's just I'm putting them down on film and showing everybody the little mistakes I'm making, but maybe I'll help you to avoid those same mistakes. So for a correction for the 4th time, it's the Siloam MRT station to come into Lumpini Park. Come here to Lumpini Park as the sun goes down and enjoy the park, maybe the concert, and as the evening goes on, walk on down to Saladang and the Papong nightlife area, the night market, and the little red light area. Even if you're not into red light areas, it's still a touristy sight to see. It's I'm gonna call it the original red light area here in Bangkok. That was the CIA headquarters, and Air France and all these type operations were ran in that area. There's a lot of history there. You know, it's YouTube. We're just doing our best. I watched a guy, I'm sure he was just doing his best, but he was adamant that he jumped off the new Pink Line monorail right up at immigration, and he was pointing at the wrong building. Again, I don't want to make a mistake here, but there is Changwatana Division 1. I believe it's the B building. Again, my memory is not so great, but the A building is directly attached almost to the Pink Line, and he was pointing to it saying, there it is, there's immigration, look how close it is to the Pink Line, and he was wrong. Again, he was doing everything he could to try to help a person get off the Pink Line and go to immigration, but the B building is darn near a kilometer away from the Pink Line. It would be as though I'm standing at the Pink Line and we're right where these folks are. That is the A building. It hosts the court system and on and on. So if that is the A building, where you need to go is about where that building is, and maybe even further. So it's a good walk from the Pink Line. They offer a shuttle bus. The easiest solution is to just jump on a motorbike, and even on a motorbike it's going to take you 3 or 4 minutes to get over there, but it's certainly not the building directly attached to the Pink Line. They kind of look the same with this like slanted glass windows. I don't think that person had ever gone to immigration. They were just trying to make an immigration video. Had they gone, they would have walked into the Thai Superior Court or whatever is in that A building. It's certainly not immigration, at least Division 1, where 99% of us go. And I am walking out the gate of the park, and that's the Siloam MRT Underground. Just across the way is King Chulalongkorn Medical Hospital. You'll see Chulalongkorn around the MBK area prominently. It's kind of the Harvard of Bangkok, one of the oldest and most prestigious universities. It's a big deal. And you want to use these train stations to navigate the city. These are some busy roads over here. I believe that's still Rama 4. You can do it. I guess you can try to run across the road down here in the direction of Saladang, but it's easier to just go into the train station and it'll pop out somewhere on the other side of the road and take you up to a skywalk. I believe similar to down by the M-Sphere, the skywalk just runs under Siloam Road and takes you down to the next station of Saladang. Again, I'm gonna call it 2 or 3 solid blocks down the way. And I just had to look it up. The large statue as you walk into Lumpini Park is of King Rama VI. And there goes the BTS once again. Heading into the Saladang station. There's also a very interesting street right below Saladang BTS, Soi Tania, which is oftentimes referred to as Little Tokyo. It's a slice of karaoke and snack bars, 8 stories tall maybe, and all the young ladies come out into the middle of the street. I think it's 7 p.m. and all the different businessmen are walking up the street. They kind of only want Japanese, maybe Korean, I don't know. It's just little Tokyo. You can go check it out, but don't be surprised if you're walking into a place and they throw up an X. If you're a Frong from the US, you know, there's a little bit of that. Hey, this bar isn't for you. So don't be offended. It just is what it is. And I am gonna walk back into the park and hopefully the music will kick off soon. Maybe it starts at 6 p.m. I'm not sure. I had no idea it was even happening today, but it's a nice surprise. Right when you walk in from the Siloam MRT, this large structure over here is part of that gym. I see tennis or pickleball, something happening in the window. There's a lap pool and a very fancy indoor gym. Don't be surprised if it's 40 or 50 US dollars a month. Gyms are not a giveaway. You can work out in the park for free, again, at those different Iron Beach or Iron Man setups. That's what we used to call them when there were free dumbbells and all at the beach. But if you want a nice air-conditioned indoor place with different classes and brand new state-of-the-art equipment, it's going to come at a cost. And the Lumpini, I think it's called the recreation area. Hoops. I see all kinds of state-of-the-art workout equipment in the window. And I'm pretty sure that's an outdoor swimming pool, but it does have a sun cover. Still, I wouldn't be down here swimming laps at 10 in the morning unless you want to get fried. And they also have some nice outdoor tennis courts. And there are no cars allowed into the park, but this is obviously a VIP. And right here, there was an old, I'll call it a ballroom. There's pictures of just that, people dancing, and there's pictures of what I guess is coming. So yeah, they're building a new type center in the park. And that's just how Thailand rolls. There are no cars in the park unless you're this person, and then you're escorted in by a gentleman on a patrol bike. And I don't remember what the old ballroom looked like. Maybe this is the new structure. Yeah, this will be nice. This is that little food area I was thinking of. You think with the concerts in the park, it would be doing a nice business, but it doesn't appear to be happening. It looks like the concert's kicking off. Unfortunately, much of this will be considered copyrighted music. So I apologize for my voice. But you can see the crowds have really grown. This is nice to see. And they have plenty of speakers set up even here in the back. It's going to be a nice event.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lumpini Park Concert number 32 with Royal Bangkok Symphony Orchestra and Dr. Wanit for the Wanit. Wanit ครับ ขอต้อนรับท่านเข้าสู่เทศกาลดนตรีในสวนครั้งที่ 3 Welcome all of you to the concert in the park season number 32. And of course, no one could deny that it is a really special evening when the weather is really especially cool for all of us here, and we would wish that it would continue to be this comfortable for the rest of our concert in the park.
So it's about 5:45. All the announcements and photographs have finished and the music's kicking off. King of Peace. The acoustics sound nice. Here's that little, I'm calling it a bicycle course. I see kids with scooters and little tiny kids bikes going around. It's kind of cool. It's made out of some rubbery cork material. She's having a great time. Reminds me of my motocross days. All kinds of fitness classes happening.
Incoming the vocalist. Please meet in Chatara Club, A Million Dreams.น้องฉัตรราครับขอบคุณมากครับน้องฉัตรครับเดี๋ยวสักครู่น้องฉัตรจะกลับขึ้นมาอีกและเราก็จะมีโอกาสได้รู้จักน้องฉัตรมากขึ้นนะครับ Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring you to one of the very famous and
And I was just standing next to a very proud mom, taking pictures of her son. He's playing violin tonight.
the theme song from Out of Africa, the John Barry's award-winning song in 1986 บทเพลงนี้ต้องบอกว่าฟังทุกผมมีเพื่อนมาด้วยแล้วนะครับเอาล่ะคราวนี้ขอเชิญ
Looks like a little cat to join the show.
ผมทราบแล้วล่ะครับว่าใครจะมาปราบได้ขอเชิญคุณโนตสรันคุ้งบรรพตนะดีครับสวัสดีแมวด้วยท้องแก่แล้วแมวนะ Somewhere I go somewhere in Lama Land. There's a earlier we had Kun Chatara to singing A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman, and of course there's something behind the meaning of a million dream. You have pursued a dream, right? And that dream has been?
To write my own original songs one day.
Ah, okay, to write your own original song. I see. Congratulations, you are going to have it launched very soon.
Yes.
Right. And that means, goes to the next question, and this probably has something to do with what are you doing, learning, you're taking class or something?
I'm currently studying at Berklee College of Music in Boston, and it's been really fun.
All right, okay. I think the Bostonian is welcoming you. อะไรคือแรงบันดาลใจครับที่อยากให้ทำเพลงมากมายครับ
คือศิลปินคนโปรดของหนูค่ะ แล้ว
ครั
ก็
บ
นักดนตรีทุกคนนะคะที่มีความฝัน แล้วก็ want to pursue their dreams and be the best versions of themselves. Her hair falls perfectly lit. She don't see what I see, but every time she asks me, I will change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
น้องฉัดฉัตราและคุณนพสรัญครับขอบคุณมากครับ และขอบคุณสำหรับแบบ 5% ทะเลดาวของเรานะครับ เมื่อวานเป็นวันเด็ก
It's such a nice, breezy, cool
เด็
evening.
กไทยในวันนี้โชคดี
Very rare for Bangkok.
ที่เรามีโชว์การวานิชกับ RBSO โอ้โหมันชิบเป๋งเลย
ขอบคุณครับ Well, that's a motto. That's Dr. Wanit's motto for the Children's Day for yesterday. And if you want to know the meaning, when you finish, we'll bring you to the Ajahn Wanit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your support. This is really overwhelming evening, and of course, it's just perfect air, perfect weather, perfect ambience for us. So, thank you very much, Swan Lumpini Park, Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, Bunrod Brewery, and Big Rim, as well as the Royal Bangkok Symphony Orchestra. ขอบคุณมากครับ Take care and have a great week. ขอบคุณมากครับ สวัสดีครับ
Okay, so there you go, a great night here in Lumpini Park. I don't know what that was, an hour and a half, an hour and 45. Some great music. So thank you so much for hanging out. This little walk around the park with a surprise concert for me anyhow. I should have known they were having concert in the park on Sunday. Come on down and check it out. Good times. Plenty more videos on the way.
He's losing his track. So anybody sees him, please let us know.
See you later. You have a great evening.
Backstage.
Take it easy.